What's going on YouTube? Hey, we're back again with video. So we had some people that asked and requested a lava hound deck with miner. So we went ahead and tested it. I knew that we already kind of knew right off the back what we were going to kind of use. And these two cards and that one right there. Lava Hound, Miner, and Tombstone. I've been frustrated with it, especially in challenges a few times, and I was playing around with the miner. I used Ash's deck, and you know what? I didn't have the best results with them. For some weird reason, the lightning kind of worked, but at the same time, if you're playing a cycle deck, it wasn't fast enough. You're sitting here thinking 3.8, but guys, look, we got some lots of really cheap and responsive cards that we can lay down really quickly, and we're not like if we shoot out six on a lightning and we don't have a pump. I mean, you can find yourself in a tight spot. So the bulk of our cost here, we look at a lava hound as kind of act as a P.E.K.K.A. So I mean that's our heavy hitter, that's our main base. And you can go for a setup, or you can just kind of charge with it, which as I got a little bit more comfortable with, that's what I was doing. So let's go on ahead and collect our free chests if we're going to get good. No. Okay, so and we'll get into a battle. So I got the 10. I got the 10 on the first go with this after creating it, after testing it in clan against Chris. Thanks, Chris, for helping me figure out what deck I wanted to use the best. And then we took a shot. We lost a couple early ones, and then we ended up getting a 10 card on it. Then I wanted to try it in the leaderboards, and yeah, I won 2, lost 2, and ended up being negative. So let's go ahead and start off with the Jack Sparrow one. This is the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow. If you guys don't know that song, it's the Lonely Island song. It's absolutely hilarious. Hilarious. All right. So he put down a pump, so we're gonna decide we're gonna go on ahead and push that same lane just in case we can power through it. Not knowing what he has, we haven't done anything. I don't know why my finger's on zap, but you know, I was planning on maybe doing something like that. So I kind of figured we were gonna put the Mega Minion behind, just depend what he was gonna have. You know, you don't know. So I have nothing to counter the 3 Musketeers, and I'm like, okay, I'm dead. I mean, there's no way that's gonna happen. But look at that, guys. We did 1,200 damage here. So he puts down his giant in front, but he has all in the same lane, and I'm slightly nervous here because I'm not sure if he was gonna put an Ice Spirit behind there. And look at that, he's got arrows. Who is carrying arrows? Well, the last 4 decks I've played have had arrows in them in the meta. I guess you know, this last season people are starting to carry arrows because of all the bait decks, and they're getting tired of getting their giants waxed. So look at that. We just put down a miner, and with everything that was coming this way, we were able to take out his pump and take out his tower. Awesome. He just didn't have a lot to counter, and it looked like he just sat there and looked at it. I'm not sure what was going on. You know, he didn't really have a lot to counter with, and at that point it was kind of far gone. He just let it go. So we started another push, and as we can see here, I put the Tombstone on the left side just in case he wants to get a little crafty and drop the 3 M's in my face. And at that point he could have, but that wasn't his push. He decides to go on ahead and drop the giant, which look at this, guys. The Tombstone is money, just absolute money. Look at that. Going to town there. Look at our Mega Minion, guys. It just ends up cleaning up shop. Our miner ends up taking it down. This is great. Just the Lava Hound and Tombstone push is awesome enough because it's hard to defend the stuff that's on the bottom when you have things up on the top. I mean, it's just really difficult. Plus, then our mini P.E.K.K.A. has kind of been the saving grace of this deck. Slightly nervous still, so we're putting the Tombstone back into the center, using that as our defense. I thought for sure that, like, you know, I didn't know if I was going to win this, and I don't think that he was dropping giant earlier in front, and now he's dropping 3 M's behind it because he's realized I've had no spells. It was probably a little too late because a lot of people, I mean, everybody has a poison these days. So yeah, I rocked it in there. 2-2 on the leaderboards, like I said, and better results in the challenge. So this was actually probably, I don't know. I mean, I played 4 games. So we beat Jack and his 3 M's, and I tell you what, almost every deck I played in there was 3 Musketeers. It was weird. I don't know what is the matchmaking like. Hey, boss is using a Lava Hound minion deck. Whoa, let's just match him with everything that's 3 Musketeers. I have no idea. So this one was an interesting one. And I think, around this game, I think this was 8 or 9 in, 7 or 8 or 9 in. I got confident. I got really, really confident. All right, so we're going to put our 3. He has a Tombstone, so I assume he has a Tombstone. He either has a Lava Hound or he has a 3 Musketeer deck. We put our Lava Hound in front to tank. And at this point, I know I'm going to take him. And at this point, I know that I can drop my miner just because, I mean, it was just, I don't know, it was just awesome. I was just like, you start getting a feel for a deck, and like I said, it took me maybe 7 or 8 games or something like that to really understand it, and it was working out really, really well. So yeah, I played this deck, and I tried it, and this was one of the first decks I went to. He kind of used up a lot of stuff, and he ended up taking a lot of damage off there, and that Mega Minion can do some work on a horde. For some reason, whenever I drop a horde, it kills the whole entire horde, but his is, it's still half-life. But anyway, get a little salty. So at this point, guys, I do believe I dropped the Lava Hound on the bridge. I'd rather get there first, and I'd rather tank, and we already got our Tombstone rocking and rolling halfway through there. And yeah, I mean, he couldn't even take it out with the miner, which was pretty cool. So at this point, I know that our Mega is going to tank. He drops down his horde. I do believe I get it in a zap in a second, I thought. No, I didn't get the zap in. But at this point, we're about to take down the miner. I believe we leave it down with like, yep, nope, we got it. Cool. So yeah, I'm feeling confident from the very beginning of this game. I couldn't, it's when you're playing these same decks against each other, you start to not know like what is like your troops and what is his troops. Look at that, they're almost making like a circle. So cute. The little Tombstone Skelly, little Larry damage. So yeah, I mean, I know it doesn't have arrows. The new one's got lightning, and I think another version also has arrows and lightning. That would be a little bit more troublesome, but I'd still be pretty confident because I mean, if not, you could just go on ahead and push another lane with the miner. I did that earlier as well. I took down. He pushed. He poisoned right off of back, and I was like, what? And I just went on ahead and pushed the other lane. All he had was a zap, so he zapped it, and I had a miner tanking, and I took the whole tower. Alright, I think we get a juicy zap in here. It's a whole spam party going on. So yeah, that was a GG. But like I said, right off the back, as soon as I knew he had Lava Hound and I knew what deck he had, I felt very confident because I knew what his spell cards were, and they weren't going to be they weren't going to do anything against this deck. So maybe I had his counters, whatever. It is what it is. So yeah, in the first few games I played, I think the first 4 games or something like that I played in this challenge, I was just all Prince and Giant, go figure. And that's what I was having some guys, Christopher and our clan, play me. It was, I was like, hey, play me with Giant Prince until I feel comfortable enough to, get this going. So I saw that I had the Tombstone up. We do see the Prince is there, so it's kind of messing with my plan. I figured that the Giant is coming, but he ends up doing a guard push. Tombstone is great. If he doesn't have the poison, guys, look at this. You shut that whole thing down. What was that? 8 elixir? Shut down by 6 elixir. So positive win trades. Come on, reps. I love that. Him and orange juice. So we put our minion horde down there, getting a little on the aggressive side, and have a pointless miner going down there, but we still got a little bit of chip damage, and that's fine with me. I mean, I'm not trying to get. I'm happy as long as I can defend this deck and keep chipping away at it. Against these decks, you really want to get a tower down before double elixir time. That's when they can start just dropping giants on you, like, here, take 3, 4, 9 million giants right in front of your face. This is gonna be great. Takes so much skill. These people that probably like play the Giant Prince are probably like the same people that were like, man, the Royal Giant needs to be nerfed. It's awesome. It's awful. And I was like, man, this is just the Royal Giant 2.0. So yeah, able to get the horde down there. Not able to really send anything along to protect our Lava Hound. We got some late minions in. We would like to have got there. Oh, and look at what we got going on here. We got a dead horde, and he's sitting there pumping when there's minions on his tower. I mean, he had a zap there. I mean, I don't even know what he was thinking or what he was doing. But I guess he wanted to save his zap, and I thought we were going to get a bonus pump there, so we weren't able to. I guess he decided he wanted to keep his zap for the Tombstone. I'm not sure. I guess he just went ahead and coughed it up and said, hey, you know what? We lost this one. Got a zap in there, squeezed our mini P.E.K.K.A in there just in the nick of time, and man, we've just played perfect defense. I mean, these decks were shutting down the meta Giant decks. Awesome. It was really, really awesome. I did not face any Princess decks in the challenges. One of my homies from our clan, D-Sick, who was like, yeah, like, nobody plays Princess. I play Princess. I love playing Princess. I think some of these people get a little weird with their legendaries. They're just like, hey, we got 3 legendaries. Let's use all of our legendaries. I'm like, man, use a deck that kind of flows together, not just use Minor, Ice Wizard, Princess just because those are the only 3 you have. I mean, you know, if it goes together, that's fine. If you got it, if that's part of your defensive push, that's fine too. I mean, there's not much an Ice Wizard's gonna do down the line for offense. So I mean, you know, if you have an Inferno and Ice Wiz, that's cool. But and that's that's your defense, and maybe that's something that you know you want to use. All right, so. And Princess is super great on offense. It's also super great on defense. I actually find I end up using her more for defense than I do for offense. And I just turn her into a counter push. So if I had to pick one, I'm going to take a Princess all day over an Ice Wiz. But an Ice Wiz can stop a Giant almost dead in its tracks. So I mean that's pretty sweet deal. All right, guys. This guy ended up. This is the 3 Musketeer cycle deck. And it's a really good deck. I mean, it's a pain. But you know what? We have a lot of spam. Oh no, I just lied. I said I hadn't played a Princess. I hadn't played a Princess in the challenges. I forgot that like every deck I was playing was like 3 Musketeers and ladder. That was weird. It was like 4 decks of 3 Musketeers when I have all air troops. It was like Supercell knew it was up or something. So at this point, if I had a Princess, I'd be dropping Princess in the back with next to 2. But we don't have any spells. He drops a Princess. Luckily, the Princess did not lock onto our minion horde. And then, check this out, guys. That is a tower. Or close to it. I can't... Yeah, that was it. So yeah, he spent a lot of elixir, counter pushed. That was it. I mean, we just kind of played defense and pushed with the miner. That's sometimes all it takes with his deck. But this was a little bit different. The leaderboards play was a little bit different. I was a lot more aggressive in the challenges, and in ladders I was a little bit more reserved. Yeah, because it says I don't know. Not sure why. So we got the Lava Hound up. We were gonna go on ahead and use it to take some of the hits from the 3 Musketeers. We put down the Mega, about to lose a tower here because we could not do anything. Kind of sucks, but hey, kind of is what it is. But we did not lose 2 towers, so I guess that's fine. We sent down a miner to see if we could get some spam going and rocking and rolling here. Here comes our spam. Not gonna do much of anything. We did put down our Tombstone, kind of like in the other video, using that kind of. To, you know, against the 3 Musketeers. He, yet again, just like Jack Sparrow earlier, he does the same thing. He puts them and splits them in the center. Gives them enough time to react. The Princess is really, really good. Look at this. That's really, really awesome there. Alright, so yet again, we're about to get our Lava Hound going. We're going to let him take the shots for the Princess. We don't want any free shots getting popped off here. And now, check this out. We put that down there, and now we got our mini P.E.K.K.A down here, and we hit the zap, put that in there, and I'm not sure what happened. Maybe he timed out, but I thought he rage quit because I killed his 3Ms. I mean, he was just like kind of like, what am I gonna do? This dude's got an offensive push. I'm pretty sure it was rage quit. But yeah, it was like, hey, you killed my 3Ms, and he just wasn't having it anymore. So yeah, this is a great deck, and I think the basis here, you know, if you can get the Tombstone with the Lava Hound on any of the sides, really good. I think a great way that whenever I was using the Bowler Control deck is a great way to defend off the Tombstone. And normally whenever I see a Tombstone, I will actually poison it over a pump because it creates so much problems. It's really spongy. You know, you can kind of wait on a push, but you know, hey, it's that's a great way to defend against it. Bowler's also an amazing card. It's so good. Anyway, somebody called me a beast earlier, and we left our trophies at 4-6-6-6. Sign of a beast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, this is the deck. It's a 3.8 deck. There's no pump in here. I tried to squeeze a pump in there. It just wasn't fitting it. So, I mean, you know, just be smart. If you see they pump on one side, go on ahead and put your push on that side of the pump and hope to take it out. What you could do is act like you're going to go for the pump and then put your miner in the front. That's always messes with people. You know, it's a kind of a mind game. You switch up your miner play. And yeah, that's a great way to put it on there. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to see anything else in the next one, I love suggestions, so go on ahead and drop one in there. I hope you guys hit that sub button as well. Throw up that like, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.